right, let's continue. Look at her.
My sister,
Yes,
my
that
best
is
friend.
Miss Dusty Ray Bottoms.
Yes, this is, God, you guys love James Michael Vance's photography,
Well, I
as
mean,
do
they're
I.
slaying it, just gorgeous
Yeah,
shots.
he does really beautiful work. This was a look she did that was Wizard of Oz inspired for Look Queen, which is a party that Bob the Drag Queen started.
Oh, right, yeah.
So actually, here's some little tea. So Look Queen has a monthly competition, and I was the very first winner of the monthly competition. And Dusty was the second winner of the competition. And then we both competed in the finals, which was a big pageant that Bob came back and hosted.
Wow.
And Dusty was the first ever Miss Look Queen. And I competed again the following year for and won my prelim night. And then the night of the finale of the pageant, both Sasha Velour and I were finalists.
Wow.
And so I think that was probably a big tell for people that we didn't show up to the finale of the Look Queen pageant.
Right. Now, what was well, I'll ask you this later. Tell me more about Dusty Ray Bottoms.
Dusty and I met doing So You Think You Can Drag. And from the first time I met her, which was actually a little bit before that, from the first time I met Dusty, it was love at first sight. You know, it was rougher around the edges than it is now. She's become such a polished beauty, you know, herself. But that first night, I just saw something about her. She had a point of view. I could like see what her story was about. And she has this very trademark look, often with like this big ratted, like teased out hair that's like really like rock and roll and glamorous. She just inspires me all the time, and I love her.
Love it. All right. Look at her.
Oh, my precious little angel,
Oh, my
Farrah.
God. That's such a great picture. It's so cute.
Oh, and Adam Walkman in Chicago took this. He's another incredible photographer that I shot with this year. He took some great shots of me. I love my little baby. I never thought that being my age, I'd be wearing as much highlighter as I am today. And that's the pheromone effect. You know, I make no qualms about acknowledging the fact that like I'm totally inspired by my Drag Race sisters. You know, and so like I feel like my makeup's been heavily inspired by being on tour with Farrah,
Right.
getting more into skincare and primers and highlighters.
Yeah, plus, you have money now. So,
Yeah, there's that.
I mean, that's the big difference.
There
After
is
Drag
that.
Race, everybody finally has enough money to buy all the products and get a lot of free products.
That's real. That's real.
Now, what about Pheromone? What's something we don't know about her? I mean, we personally know a lot because she was just on the show.
Yeah.
But
You know, my favorite thing about Farrah is her transformation. And I feel like, you know, the Farrah that everybody knows, this like beautiful, perfect, precious, sparkly little creature. She's such a glamour puss. And so sweet. And then the Farrah out of drag is like in a stained wife beater eating flaming hot Cheetos and like, you know, making
Smoking
jokes.
a Newport.
Smoking and like making jokes about death.
Right.
She has the funniest, darkest sense of humor. We were on tour this summer, and one of my big concerns is that like all the stuff that we use for our drag, like all the powders and the adhesives are like really not good for our bodies. And so I was saying to her, I was like, you know, Farrah, we're killing ourselves. And without missing a beat, she goes, not soon enough. So funny.
Good old Pheromone.
I love that
her.
girl.
Look at her.
Yes, La Reina.
Oh, my goodness.
Current fucking reigning,
Now
Sasha
that is
Velour.
really the current fucking rating. Now, tell me about Sasha Velour's performances before Drag Race, because I don't think I still know. I've seen, you know, clips from More on the Catwalk where the things explode, and I've seen some nightgowns things, but what was in her before now? But that feels like that's part of like what we know her from Drag Race.
You know, Sasha has always had a concept. Like in that photo shoot, that was a shoot that we did with all of the Team New York girls with David Allion in New York, an incredible photographer. And the theme of the shoot was Broadway. And so we each picked like a Broadway show to do as part of that shoot. And just like in that photo where clearly she's doing Phantom of the Opera, she has a really clear vision and she knows how to execute it. And I think that that was something that was really noticeable about her performances even before Drag Race.
Yeah.
Is she'd have a concept and she's very detail oriented, and so she really knows how to execute so beautifully. Yeah.
It must have been fun seeing all the girls. Did everyone do the same numbers? Like on More on the Catwalk, did they do the same thing, or did they mix it up?
The producers and the stage managers would have loved for us to really stick to the same material for the whole tour. And to some degree we did, especially Sasha, because her numbers are rather tech heavy.
Yeah.
You know, she's not just her on stage. She's doing a projection and there's specific lighting cues. And so...
to tech that every day, different numbers would be hard.
So for most of the tour, Sasha did the same 2 numbers. And then at some point she put in a new first number but kept the second one. What was consistent for me on the whole tour was in Act 2 I did Liza.
Yeah.
Always.
Of course.
It's just a
if
real...
if you one Snatch Game do it Liza, you're not allowed to not do Liza.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's a crowd pleaser and I have a lot of fun doing it. But in the first act I would mix it up, usually singing something live.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
I mean, you want people to really get to see that part of what you do.
Absolutely. Because that was actually, when I came back from filming Drag Race, that was my mom's biggest wonder. Just tell me you sang.
Right.
And I didn't tell her right away that I didn't, but that would have been something that I would have liked to do on the show, is to be able to sing.
And last but not least, we could not leave out this one special lady. Look at her.
Oh, Liza.
Now, we talked a lot about Liza on the main show, but...
This is one of my favorite photos of her.
Very gorgeous.
It's just so her. You know, she's in a beautiful dance pose, wearing black velvet, and then the cape, coat, caftan to end them all. Honey, I need to have a replica of that made for sure.
Now, what would you like Liza to do right now? Like, if they were like, you're Liza's creative director, and she has one more big something left in her, what project would you like to see her take on?
I mean, there was talk a few years ago that she was going to do Mama Rose in a Gypsy on film. But I think that ship has sailed. I don't know. I mean, it'd be great to see. You know, here's the thing about Liza. She is a really big personality and really became known as a singer, but she's an incredible actress. And I think it'd be nice to see her do, you know, you watched her on Arrested Development?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hysterical.
So funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
So I would love to see her like sink her teeth into another acting role because she's such a nuanced and specific and brilliant actress.
She could be somebody's mom or wacky grandmother on one of those shows. Like, do you ever see Smilf? With Rosie O'Donnell as the mom. Could you see her in a kind of gritty mama type role?
You know, she acts with her whole being. And like my favorite shot in Cabaret is she's walking away and it's a shot from behind and she just like goes like this and you see like the green nail polish. And it's just such a full moment and it's all in the hand.
Right. Good old Liza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give us a little more Liza. Can you say look at her as Liza?
Look at her.
Alexis, it's been so much fun having you on,
God,
sweetie.
thank you, Johnny.
Thank you for
I love
being here,
you.
special baby. Thank you to Miss Lady Red. Did you have fun today? Yeah, you did. And thank you, Mr. Adam Joseph and the Go to Bed Wigs. And our special guest, Alexis Michelle. Make sure to check out her one-woman show at 54.
54 Below.
54 Below,
Yes.
darling. And, of course, on tour everywhere, Slaying the Game.
Yeah, and buy that album, honeys.
Buy that album, honey. All right, thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time on Hey Queen and Look at her. Hit it. Look at her. There we go. Work. Look at her. Lady Red. Hello. Look at her. And Alexis. Look at her. everybody. Bye, camera. Fly away, camera.
Hello, children. Click here. Click here. And subscribe. You're welcome.